Hi, this is Carson Owens. I'm in FTT 122, section 52269. Today's date is September 8th, 2024. This is week 5 assignment barrel harmonics, which are the twisting, torquing, and extreme vibration imposed on a barrel in all directions, the result of a propellant exploding and sending a bullet down the bore. First, I learned from online sources of a couple of product types sold to reduce or eliminate issues arising from harmonics. One was a deresonator, usually a rubber or polymer ring placed at points around the barrel. Limsaver.com states that their Sharpshooter X enables consistent control over muzzle movement during lockup time for greater accuracy, while also claiming a reduction in barrel harmonics effects as well. These work by controlling vibration that causes the pitching and rolling of a barrel by working to eliminate the intensity of the vibration. Another product I saw on the sdi.edu site and then sought clarification on YouTube at the Long Range Academy and other YouTube channels are called barrel tuners. They work by weights which you attach near the muzzle of the barrel and then raise the weight in small increments and fire groups of shots after each increase until the smallest possible grouping is reached. I then watched Kilted Gunsmith 1944 channel explain fluted barrels and how they cool quickly, and he stated that the increased rigidity inherent in their helix-like design is effective at reducing the harmonics chaos on the barrel. However, there's a large, that's complete bullshit faction online and the ammo-sexual community who are totally against that idea, say that it's, crap, and that the rigidity don't do anything on harmonics. But I didn't find or see any proof where either side had more than just squawking praise for their favorite brand of pew or gun or whatever, gun oil or whatever. No evidence. The guy Nathan's Armory channel on YouTube, he used folded up paper that he slid between the barrel and furniture as shims that were used to reduce intensity and random variations in the frequency that occur in the vibration, which I thought was pretty clever. For the first part of question 3, I didn't know that the choice of rifle stock could be the primary impact of force altering barrel harmonics, just from what I read in the book alone. But I learned on RugerForum.net that if a burr or high spot is in the stock's barrel channel and contacts the barrel at all, there'll be a springboard effect where the harmonics will push against the high spot and forces the barrel to move in every direction except down towards that point of contact, unless you have a heat guard or barrel band installed on top of your barrel. I was stunned to learn that with everything being constant, barrel harmonics can cause a bullet to be off point of impact almost a foot, at 100 yards. And that just blew my mind. That and most of all this week's material was new information for me, and were aspects of shooting I didn't know existed. So there's no doubt I don't own the logic skills and understanding of the subject at all well enough to critically analyze barrel harmonics, especially with a textbook chapter and a handful of websites I saw that were relevant to the topic of the assignment. Most of my time was weeding through a million hits on sites trying to sell me whiskey or trash barrels and the occasional harmonica, but not much about gun characteristics you can modify to improve barrel harmonics. I didn't understand what harmonics were or did, or how much less how you could affect their change. But I was under the impression that you were supposed to completely stop, cut them out completely. But luckily I found a couple of good articles explaining harmonics in kind of a ta-da way that clicked a little bit on huntinginaustralia.au, where the author wrote a clear and well-explained description of how environmental factors act on a barrel during firing. One way that environment can affect is done unintentionally by the gun owner installing an accessory or furniture on a gun that makes direct contact with the barrel, or any other external factor that impacts or causes a deviation of frequency that's found in the vibrations inherent to that specific barrel when it's fired. These factors can hinder the harmonics from reaching a certain frequency, which is essential to initiate the formation of standing wave nodes, which are sweet spots that form when a vibration wave moves first along the barrel towards the crown and moves back where it meets another wave coming its way. And along the barrel where those waves intersect are where the formation of the standing wave nodes occur. And the barrel always appears, I thought this was fascinating, how the barrel always appears still when you observe it at these intersections. And stationary wave nodes can be used as mathematically predictable intervals of stabilization and harmonics with which you can use to time your rate of fire so that your bullets exiting the muzzle coincides with the timing of a stabilization point's appearance. Getting the timing right makes for a well-controlled projectile that's advancing swiftly upon an already doomed point of impact with increased precision that's completely predictable. The reason for the creation of free-floating barrels was to reduce the chances of any barrel contact from occurring. Contact that can create interference able to impede a barrel's ability to flex freely and naturally in response to the barrel vibrations created by completing the firing sequence. Such resistance can occur from other external factors also, like having an abundance of grime and fouling coming up the action or barrel of your gun, or you may experience an abnormal drop in the amount of energy produced during detonation that could be due to an exposure to moisture by the propellant or primer that was just fired. Or issues regarding barrel temperature, like excessive heat buildup after several rounds are fired in succession, or a barrel's exposure to extreme cold environments. Either of these are situations which wreak unpredictable havoc upon the integrity of a steel barrel as it responds to massive pressure and energy and the laws of physics when it's subjected to being fired in a structurally weakened state, caused by the weather. Finally, the frequency can even be changed externally when a shooter rests their barrel on a tree branch or a fence post to steady themselves before firing. That also interferes with a barrel's ability to flex naturally through the firing cycle. Any or all these factors will alter a shot's point of impact by dampening the typical barrel harmonics of that barrel, which results in the formation of the standing wave nodes occurring at different spots along the bore than where they normally do. And this change loses you a predictable consistency factor, which could have been used as a valuable tool used to sync your shots in harmony with the barrel being at the peak of its maximum stability. And that stability translates into consistent, much tighter groupings on the target downfield, all by taking a side effect that's a serious liability and using it as a valuable tool that greatly increases the odds of a projectile staying on target somehow, despite having just zoomed out of a big steel tube that flops around when you shoot it. For bibliography, I consulted huntinginaustralia.au, magazine barrel harmonics from February 2023, limsaber.com, the Sharpshooter X-Ring barrel deresonator from 2024, the STI.edu website, Caleb Tillery's What's a Barrel Tuner Anyway from December 10th, 2021. Then Classic Firearms channel on YouTube, What are Barrel Harmonics and How Does It Affect Accuracy from January 29th, 2022. Good Luck America channel on YouTube, titled Discussing Barrel Tuning and Barrel Harmonics from 7th of September 2018. The Kilted Gunsmith 1944 channel on YouTube, titled Barrel Harmonics Explained Down to Basics. The Long Range Academy channel on YouTube, How Does the Barrel Harmonics Affect the Point of Impact from December 10th, 2019. And finally, Nathan's Armory web channel on YouTube, accurize your rifle, barrel harmonics from August 15th, 2016. And I'll send you a copy of that. Thank you.